So I'm going to say this again, and I got a model. You know, now my daughter's chosen to give time to training her kids about the food they eat and where it comes from. And I've said this in the hood, in Gilpin, there's plenty of room for farm animals, some farm animals and gardens. They don't know how to do it. They've been through a few generations removed from having gardens. Why should it be a luxury to grow your own food or some of your food? It shouldn't be. In fact, I remember wonderful experiences at my family farm. We have a couple, different members of my family. They had alpacas, they had fainting goats, horses, tomatoes. I grew broccoli. Never done that before. That was fun. Asparagus. We always went out and picked blackberries, and Granny and my mom would make blackberry pie. Making pumpkin pie from a real pumpkin. So I'm going to say it again. You know, my daughter, I said, Hillary, you could probably give, or they could buy some of these homebred animals that you're working on to teach your children at homeschool, because they're homeschooled right now. But you could probably breed these and either give them or get a little donation to start the schools or the neighborhood. You know, they do, you know, I've been there. I met the leader of the Creighton Court in Mosby and Gilpin, the family, or usually the grandmother that's trying to run. Give them a little more substance. Give them something to manage. Give them chickens, goats, you know, eggs from a chicken. It's nice. It breeds a better feeling between the people that can afford to go to the grocery stores trying to do better, like Whole Foods. Poor people can't go there. I mean, you can't afford it. I can't afford it. And then my sister is so callous. She's like, she goes, I just go buy what I want. I don't worry about the receipt. Now, that's a really great place to be, and I'd like everybody to be there, but we're not. And more people deservedly could have that. The luxury of telling her sister, and she said, well, I don't worry, I just go to the Whole Foods and I buy what I want. I don't even think about the prices. And that is a luxury, but she doesn't really understand comradeship. She's never taken a New York City fun kid. She's never gone into the inner city. So she really doesn't have a gauge. Her idea of being so poor is living in my granny's house, and their well went out and she couldn't have water until they... It's like a 3-4 bedroom house on 2 acres of land. That's being poor to her. But homeless is not in her vocabulary. So you got to take it with a grain of salt. If she hasn't had the experience, it's very, as Kent would say, and he's my judge friend, he'd be like, you can't judge something if you haven't. And that's one reason that judges are often older, because they've been in federal court and they met a bunch of criminals and people struggling in the world, so they can make fair decisions to get these people help.